things can start from small beginning, and every great movement begins with a simple decision. Before Pharmalab became a trusted name, before the growing team, before the expanding warehouses, before the thousands of farmers and veterinarians reached, there was simply a young veterinarian who believed that Africa deserved better. Kayode Femi had a dream, and this dream was not to build just another veterinary business, but to transform animal health in Africa. And that journey isn't glamorous. It came with uncertainty, it came with setbacks, it came with moments when walking away seemed easier than starting again. And for many people, that would have been the end. For him, it was the beginning. At the point, it became overwhelming, over 17 million naira in debt. But he kept building, he kept believing, because keep building, he says. Why can't we be king, he says. And slowly, one customer became hundreds, one solution became many, and one dream became a company. And today, that dream is Pharmalab, a company committed to becoming Africa's #1 in animal health, delivering breakthrough solutions, transforming communities, protecting animals, and building towards something much greater. By 2030, Pharmalab will be #1 in animal health in Africa, and also will be a $100 million company. But perhaps this isn't how we measure how Pharmalab has come, but what the Pharmalab journey has made possible for others.
My name is Dr. Fiyinfolo Ajayi, and I work here at Nati Veterinary Clinic as the resident doctor. I joined here a few months ago, and I would say it's been a wonderful experience for me because I've got to learn a lot of things. I've learned clinical skills, practical skills, marketing skills, and even things that have not been taught in school. Working closely with Dr. Nathaniel has also been good. It's been good. He has impacted me in just the little time I've spent, and I'm also grateful to him for that. We opened recently, and when we opened, we didn't have much clients bringing in their pets for treatment or coming in to get pet products, but over time we've seen improvements, and we've also been able to build trust with these people. And through these people, we've had referrals who also bring their pets for treatment and also come to get animal products.
Yesterday, I brought my pets to this vet shop. She was very down. So actually, after the diagnosis, the vet took her vitals, so gave her some medication. So when I got home, I think she was feeling very good. So we came back today to complete the medication.
Sometimes our clients ask for products which we do not have at hand. Then I relate those issues with the boss, and over time we've seen improvement. The boss has been able to get some of these products, and we've also been able to supply them to our clients.
My name is Dr. Olabi Lekan Olumide, the founder of Nati Veterinary Healthcare. Nati Veterinary Healthcare is a brand that is compassionate about animal health, and Nati Veterinary Healthcare provides a mobile veterinary service and also a clinic-based service. Nati Veterinary Healthcare believes in compassion, believes in integrity, believes in diligence, and those are our core values. And our vision is that Nati Veterinary Healthcare is going to be one of the leading veterinary outlets in Nigeria and in extension global. And our mission is also to provide a very accessible, affordable, and client-centered veterinary service where animals receive the best care they deserve. So how do we come about Nati Veterinary Healthcare? As a young veterinary doctor, graduated from school, I had the passion to set up a veterinary facility. However, finance happens to be the challenge. So the dream is there, the vision is there, but the major challenge is the finance. So I was able to gather some of 850,000 during my NYSC, and you can agree with me that is not enough to set out a veterinary outlet. I made my intention known to my relative, my uncle, came in to support with a sum of 700,000, and the other one also supported a sum of 300,000. So approximately I have over a million or close to 2 million, and that wasn't enough. So I could just get a space and get some basic amenities or basic clinic tools like examination table, the drip stand, and the shelf. So I got that, and the place was empty, like practically empty. There was no product. So I was now thinking how I'm going to come out of this. So, and graciously I spoke to Dr. Femi, and that is how Pharmalat come in play. So Dr. Femi just said, "Oh doc, that's fine, you're setting up." Yeah, he said, "Anytime you are ready, let us know." And I just finished that conversation. There's this confidence that came back alive, and I was myself. So before I know it, I think a week or so, Pharmalat came in with products. So we had cans of feed, we have bags of food, and the rest. We continued, and when you start, it's not going to be the way you expect. So we have some people are not coming the way they ought to come, and then we are very happy that we've been able to at least help the need in the community. I want to especially appreciate Pharmalat and the person of Dr. Femi, because his input has really made Native Veterinary Healthcare to stand today. His input has really been of great blessing and of great value to us. And I'm so fortunate because I happen to be one of his mentees. He had a platform where he coach and mentor entrepreneur and young veterinarians. So I happen to be a follower of that, Kate Wright. So there he gave us practical life stories, and he motivates us on how to pursue our dream and not to be discouraged. And also I want to also lean on that to encourage my young veterinary doctor out there. You have a vision, you have a dream, and probably the finance, they are not forthcoming. I just want to tell you that step out. You don't know who is waiting out there for you. The only disservice you do to yourself is when you fold your hands and you think, I don't have the finance, so I'm not sure I'm able to execute this vision. I tell you, when you go out, you see people that will come around and support you. So I want to once again appreciate Pharmalat and the team and Dr. Femi. They have been a tremendous blessing to Native Veterinary Healthcare.
Hello everybody, my name is Dr. Shawon Joseph Sa'aondo. I'm the founder of DRA Veterinary Consults here in Orozo, Abuja. I graduated from University of Agriculture, Makurdi, which is now known as Joseph Sawo Antaka University, Makurdi, from the College of Veterinary Medicine, of course. So I got admitted in 2011 and graduated in 2023. That was a total of 13 years as an undergraduate veterinary student. Yeah, so this period of time is what has built me. So I'll say that yes, the challenges within this period of time actually taught me resilience, persistence, groomed the person I'm becoming today. Yeah, so part of the challenges I faced, there were times when I wanted to give up, actually, honest, as a student. There were times whereby I felt like this whole thing wasn't worth it. There was a particular year I actually took the steps to change departments. And I met with the then Dean of College of Sciences in University of Agriculture, Makurdi. He's now Professor Rufus Shato. By then he was Dr. Rufus Shato. And we spoke. What changed the whole discussion? When I came to him, I said I wanted to change course. The question was, which course do you want to change to? That was what actually made me rethink my decision, because there was actually no second choice for me. While coming to Uni Agric, I came in to become a vet, and there was actually no second choice. So I left his office. He asked me to go back think about it, and if I come up with an answer, I should come back and we process the change of course. However, I went back, thought about it, and took a decision that actually helped me to graduate. I said that if they don't chase me, I'm not going. So I decided to fight. In the veterinary system, the veterinary curriculum, you don't get to pass through 400 level until you have cleared all your backlogs. Yeah, so I gradually pushed, and in the year 2022, I think, that was when I felt I moved to 500 level, started lectures when I was called and summoned that there were 2 courses that I didn't do. That broke me for a while. But to God be the glory, we rounded up the undergraduate stage. And since I graduated, it has been steady growth. Yes, though not without challenges, but gradually we've been moving on. Practiced in Jos, moved to Lagos, and now in Abuja. How did I get to know about Pharmalat? As an undergraduate, I have always been someone that loves growth, impact, and business. And that has made me, that even informed my becoming a member of JCI, Junior Chamber International, a leadership organization for young people that grooms leaders. So how did I get to know Pharmalat? Got to know Pharmalat through their vetpreneurship program when people were asked to pitch and we were asked to vote. Yes, I voted a couple of contestants. And since then, I started following the Tekla series, and I learned a lot from the series. And now let's talk about the business, DRA Veterinary Consult. DRA Veterinary Consult, as I said, I've always wanted to do business. So for me, all the while working for people, I've always had the idea at the back of my mind that yes, I was going to practice and I was going to own a space of my own. So I started with the brand name. So the Rulers Veterinary Services was my first brand name. But when I decided to move on and set up a space and then properly register a business name, the vision grew beyond veterinary services. And that's why we had to adjust the name, the Rulers Veterinary Services, to DRA Veterinary Consult. And DRA stands for the Rulers Agriverse. And the reason for the Agriverse is that the business is meant to be a network. The veterinary services is just a tiny piece of the Agriverse. We want to get to a stage whereby we would have farms. The crop farming feeds the animals. The animal farming produces meat. The meat is slaughtered in a standard abattoir, very well organized, and the meat is actually grown in a very hygienic way with little chemicals. So as much as possible, we want to go organic. So the animals is also produce the manure for the plants and all that. So we basically want to create an ecosystem, including farm machineries and agrochemicals and all that. So that is the dream for DRA Vet Consult. I started working under people. I came into Abuja, worked with Go Veterinary Services. At a point I was with Lei Vet and Advanced Vets. In April, I got an opportunity when I got a loan from OPay, and that was what I used to set up this place. For me, I was like, okay, I'm a vet, I have services to sell. I just need a little fund to get a place. So I got a place, no products, nothing, just opened the place, and DRA Veterinary Consult started officially in April. On the 24th of April, we launched and the services started. So in May, I can't remember the date, I went for a program organized by Extra Vets, a poultry exposition. And that was when I met with the CEO of Pharmalat. And interestingly, when I met him, I approached him, gave him my complimentary card, and told him I just started an outlet. And the interesting part is, I was even yet to make a request for a product loan when the moment he read my complimentary card and saw PetMart, he went ahead to propose that I should just reach out to Dr. Nancy and he would approve product loan for me. So I want to really use this opportunity to appreciate Pharmalart for supporting startup brands like mine. I pray that God will bless the company so that they'll be able to even do more and help more brands. Being a startup in Nigeria can be crazy. It's not been easy, but we're still pushing. The client base, we're yet to build the client base, but I must say that with the product from Pharmalart, I was able to even get more people walking into my outlet, and they have a reason to walk in now. Before now you had just signposts, and with just a signpost, many people would just still pass. But now that we have products, at least some people still have a reason to walk in, and gradually our client base is expanding and going better. The challenge, we all know in Nigeria with the current economy, the challenge has been funding. As you can see, we have the ideas. Funding has been the major challenge. In real life, before you take a step, you need to have a vision. And the only thing you need to start is to know where you are and where you want to be. Then use your current resources and just move. It might not be in a straight line, it might be zigzagged, it might go rough, but just make sure that whatever you do, you are moving. And that is what is inspiring DRA Vet Consult. I'm glad that we are doing this at a very startup stage, because some people might even say that it's because you have made it big that you are saying all this. At this point in time, DRA is still at that crawling stage. But I'll say that when you keep on moving, progress will be made, no matter how little. I want to appreciate Pharmalart for the support, and not only for DRA, for many veterinary outlets, many veterinary businesses. I've seen where Pharmalart gave grants. I'm a beneficiary of a Pharmalart loan, and we need more of this in the veterinary space, more of this kind of support in order to, because I believe that the veterinary space is a space that can create more jobs than we think today. We don't need to wait for the government to provide everything, and vets are smart people. So I believe that if we can have more of this kind of support, the growth will be exponential.
The Pharmalart story isn't just about overcoming debt or building a company. It is about making someone else's journey easier than yours was. Because real success is not measured by how high you climb. It is about how many people rise because you did. From one man's dream to a system empowering veterinarian, strengthening livestock businesses, protecting and improving animal health, and transforming communities. This is more than a company. This is a legacy in motion. This is Pharmalart. And this is just the beginning.